in the form of a web app. And now for a quick disclaimer. This video demonstrates software intended strictly for downloading public domain or legally obtainable content. I do not endorse or encourage downloading, sharing, or distributing copyrighted materials. Always ensure you have the legal rights to any content you access or share. Okay, so now that we've got all that fun wrapped up, here's what it looks like. I called it MovieButler Agent because why not? It's not really an agent, to be honest, but you know, a bit of a buzzword. We'll throw it in there. So as you can see, we've got a bit of a quick view panel here for the security stats. It's not super useful, to be honest, and actually right now I think it's a little busted. But hey, this is just for our use, right? Doesn't have to be fancy. So really simple. It's just a form, right? So we have a form with this sort of radio button where she can choose between movies and TV shows. Switching between the two changes the form up just a little bit with the fields that you have available. So it's really simple. She'll just go through and fill out the form here and then send her request in. Now this is where the magic happens. So basically, once she sends in that request, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to TVmaze using their API. And we're going to see if the movie or episode that she's looking for exists. This comes into play to a much larger extent whenever she's looking for TV shows. As you can see in the drop-down menu, we're going to have options that let her look for the latest season or get all the seasons and so forth, right? So we're going to use that API to figure out what the latest season is, essentially, right? And then furthermore, let's say it's some show that's in the open domain that's like mid-season, for example. In that situation, what it's going to do is look through the TVmaze API and find the most recent episode, essentially. And it'll download every episode in between the first episode and the most recent episode sequentially. So once we have a good list of plausible downloads, what we do is we feed this in over into OpenAI. So essentially, all we're really doing here is feeding in a prompt in the ChatGPT to have it act as a sort of expert torrent selector, if you will. So once the LLM has chosen a suitable download, what happens next is we go ahead and push that into QBTorrent, right? In a Docker container, essentially, right? So it's going to be in a sandbox environment set up with VPN. Basically, all it does is it goes through, downloads the actual file there. Once the download is complete, we will run it through a ClamAV sort of virus scan. Once the virus scan is complete, it's going to take that file, bring it over into my media server, right? And it's going to put it wherever it needs to go. So it'll go ahead and remove out everything that is in the actual video. It also set up the files in the proper naming convention in the file structure that is needed for Jellyfin servers, essentially. So naturally, after you get this all set up, what do? You put it on the internet. This fool is tripping. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't backdoor myself like that. So instead what we did is we set up on our local network, and then we set her up with a VPN essentially so that she can access our local network and therefore the server on the fly. So, you know, naturally beyond this, we have a lot of other logic here, such as queue systems, maximum number of downloads that she can initiate at once. That way she's not tanking my performance when I'm trying to, you know, play a game or something, for example. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think that it's going to save me a lot of time in the long run, maybe. But I gotta say, I really don't recommend it, you know? But hey, take care of your eyes, folks. It's important. If you guys like this channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, we will see you next week.